Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Mindset Monday. My name is Paul Croto. I'm so excited to be with you every single Monday and improving our mindset. We're really, sculpting our identity and also learning some of the steps towards filling this funnel. So we've been talking about for weeks now, filling this funnel up. And basically, we've gone through a few key things already. One being that I can generate leads. So that was the first step. Was let me go ahead and just change this here. I can, hang on one second. Fix this. Okay. I can generate leads. So I was talking about using Notion. We did a special class in Notion to make your list in there. So just out of curiosity, I know we have a number of people on here today. You can type in yes in the chat if you are using Notion for your contact manager, or if you're not, type in what you are using for, if you're just doing paper or using contact mapping or whatever you're using, just out of curiosity. Okay, great. Lots of yeses for Becca. Super. All right, so we got people coming in the funnel. So the key is to, the old saying, add 2 a day. I mean, add two a day, 10 in play kind of thing, where you're putting in 10 new people on your list per week. So however you do that, you may do 10 in one day. I have seen massive success with the 10 per week number. Obviously, most of you are working this part-time. And that's totally fine. Maybe you're adding 10 a month. You're not doing the 10 a week thing. So whatever it is for you, you want to set a number for yourself that I am going to add X amount of names a day. You have got to be in the habit of putting people on the bus. Got to put more people on the bus. Got to get more people into the funnel. So the next part was that you just can't put them in the funnel. You have to do something with them. So we want to nurture them. And so we were talking about, the steps last week on what to do to get to nurture someone, to develop that relationship with them. And so we're working on lesson number 4, which is lead qualification. I did put the notes in the chat. I will post them again in there for all of you to hit. You can also duplicate these notes into your Notion. So a lot of people are using Notion, and it's a great place to keep all your notes. So by popular request, we are making those duplicatable. So I'm not sure why we didn't do this on week 1, but Deb waited to the 4th lesson to talk about your avatar because it is super important to know who we are putting in to the funnel. That is a key piece of information that we all need to know. So, hang on one second here. Okay. So what we're doing here is identifying the people we're going after. So Deb and I went to Business Mastery together with Tony Robbins earlier this year. And through Business Mastery, I think the number one takeaway from it was the entire key for any business in the world, including yours. And we all own our own health coaching business. By the way, we should take a poll on my background. So I switched it to black with the white circles, blue shirt. This is a good combination, or do you like the blue on blue better, or what? It works better. Okay. Let's just take care of the important things on this call first here. Okay, so I'm a black, I like a black cabinet. So I bought these special cabinets for my office so I could have a new background for my video recording, which was the key. So what I need, Becca, is a bunch of stickers, white stickers. I'm going to put them all on my cabinets behind me so I can have the real thing behind me instead of just this virtual background. So, okay, great. Blue on blue is a little rough, so I need some kind of change. I like the black shirt, but we have blue shirts here, so I got to do the blue shirt, and I guess we're going with black background. All right, good. Glad we got that out of the way. Important stuff. So getting back to the raving fans. So, Starbucks, what's the number one thing they want to do? We want to create raving fans. We're going to create a culture. We're going to have everyone talk about us, and we want people to love us. That is the whole goal. Apple, same thing. We got to create raving fans. I'm a raving fan of Apple. Whatever they make, they just ship it to me because they know I'm about to buy it. It doesn't matter what they make next, I'm buying it. So that's what we want to create, is these raving fans. And we have them here at Longevity. There's no product line in the world that has raving fans like we do. I mean, people are just obsessed with Dr. Wallach and 90 for Life and all that it has done for them. Once they've experienced this, they would never go without it. I mean, people have gone without it and called me back and be like, Paul, I really don't feel as good as I did when I was taking those minerals or taking those 90 nutrients. Well, I'm like, duh, of course, because you need those nutrients every single day. So we've created, over 100,000 raving fans here already at Longevity, and that number grows daily. So people love us, but they got to know about us and know about you in order to become a fan of yours. And again, you can't just pitch Longevity, because it's not about Longevity, because you could pitch anything in the world. If they don't believe that you're honest and sincere and trustworthy, they're not going to buy anything from you. I don't care if you're selling gold or whatever you're selling. That's awesome. It doesn't matter how awesome it is. If they don't trust you, then they'll never do business with you. They'll never hire you as a health coach or work with you. So we're nurturing people. We're getting them to know, like, and trust us. That was the whole class last week. So we're creating raving fans. That's our ultimate goal. But who are we putting on the list? Deb was talking about, and I get this all the time. Paul, I am doing everything you told me to do. I'm doing 2 a day, putting them in the funnel. I'm nurturing them. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. I'm enrolling people. I'm in the 300 club. My paycheck is not going up like I wanted to. My business isn't growing like I wanted to. I thought by now I would be making way more money. So I get that all the time. But I ask them, who are you adding to your funnel? Who are you enrolling? Well, just people who are sick, of course. Mostly people in their 80s or 90s who are sick. Like, that's not a good person to go after. Okay. You're not going to build a huge residual income. And if that's who you love and who you want to help, awesome. There's no judging here on who you're going after, the type of person you're going after. But what I can tell you is, for the longest time, common sense told me, well, Paul, you want to go after everyone. Everyone needs the 90 essential nutrients. Everyone needs better health. You shouldn't just pick one kind of person to go after. And so I was just general. Hey, I love everyone, want everyone to buy from me. And what happens is, in today's world, that doesn't work anymore, because things are getting so specific to a group of people. So let's say I'm going after a guy. Let's just say I'm going after everybody. I'm going after everybody, and I got this great 90 for Life product. But this other guy in Longevity says, I'm going after 40-year-old males who play tennis. Now, who's going to win, that guy or me going after everybody? You would say, well, Paul, sheer numbers would say that you're going to crush this guy. Not true at all. He's going to crush me, because every single person that's 40 male who plays tennis is going to join this guy in 1 second, because they relate with him so well. My ads, totally generic. I'm trying to get everybody, and nobody will read them because they're so general. When I've just seen people who go specifically after, middle-aged women who golf, just something very specific, and they crush it. They get millions of people to join them. You're not looking for, there's 350 million people in the US alone. You're not looking for all of them. You're just looking for, 100,000 people on your team. You have more money than you'll ever know what to do with. So you're not looking for these enormous numbers of tens of millions of people. You're looking for people that can really relate with you and really, who you really want to work with too. I don't want to work with just anybody. Do I love everyone? Yeah, but I'm very picky in who I talk to. So you got to know what this person is, who they are, what they like, what they don't like, what their problems are. So know the qualities that you want in your raving fans. Is what the whole point of this lesson is today. So the demographics, you got to know the age, the gender. So what age bracket are you going after? You're going for males or females? What kind of education do they have? What's their marital status? Do you want to go after single moms? It's a great market to go after. Lots of them out there. Or just married. You got to be married. And it's just the way you word your messages, the way you make your posts and things are going to be a little bit different, whether your avatar is married or not married. It doesn't seem like a big deal, but it is a huge deal because you can really pinpoint people, and you'll be shocked at how many people start commenting on your post, how many people start messaging you, and how much better your relationships are with your clients when you pick married or not married, or any of these, when you get specific on that. Do they have children or not? That's a big thing. Household income. Where's their household income at? This is your business. There's no one saying that, if you set a standard where you only go after people who make 100,000 a year or more, like that's so shallow of you, or I don't know, whatever stupid things that people say, forget them, because you set the standards on who you want in your life. If you don't care how much money they make already, that's totally fine. But just decide where you like their income to be. And that's going to make a big difference on where you're looking for these people at. What I found is that there's a reason why people are broke. And I know that people who make a lot of money, who make 100,000, 200, 300,000 a year, they spend most of the night awake thinking about how they can double that. Once you had a taste of the money, when you feel success, you want way more of it because it's just fantastic. So people who make an average income, they basically are very happy being average. If they weren't happy being average, they would have changed something already. Now, don't get me wrong, there's people out there that just don't know what we know. So they might be so hungry and they want to break out of this middle-class income and just don't know how to do it. And this is absolutely the ticket on how to do that. Their work experience, how many years of experience they have, what field are they in, what are their biggest fears, what are their wants and needs and hot buttons. And again, I really feel like Deb Erickson and John Maxwell are talking somehow behind our backs and planning out these Thursdays and Mondays, because we just talked last Thursday about the hot buttons that people have, the 8 hot buttons. So we'll go through those in a second real quick. So positive qualities, believes in the product, circle of influence, who do they know? The amount of money or resources that they have, desire level, commitment level. Are they coachable? That's a huge thing to want on your team, is someone who's coachable. Where's their mental and emotional maturity at? I'm not sure if you thought about that a lot on the people you're picking, but it's an important thing to really take into consideration, because it's a glaring problem once you have someone who doesn't have those 2 qualities. Willingness to refer and network with you. Those are great people to attract people who know a lot of people, because even if they don't want to become a health coach, they can recommend a bazillion people to you. So these are all things that can take in consideration here. Now let's talk about those hot buttons again. What are the hot buttons to your avatar? And you're like, well, Paul, I don't know yet. When I talk to someone, I just find out what their hot buttons are. And that's not how the law of attraction works. You have to know what their hot buttons are first, the ones you want to attract, so that you're attracting those people. So you want to pick the hot buttons first, put it out to the universe that this is who I'm looking for. I'm looking for people who want to live on purpose. I don't believe in accidents. I don't believe that anyone is listening to this message right now here live in this room or watching this recording thinking that you're here by accident. There's a reason. You could be doing a million things right now. What are the chances of you actually finding the Institute of Holistic Health? Really 0 to none. But I think I know you're here because there's a purpose to it. Somehow, someone arranged it so that we met. And that your purpose all along was to be a certified health coach. I believe that 1,000%. You wouldn't be here if that wasn't the case. And you know that if you're living on purpose, when you feel great about what you're doing. And I know all of you feel amazing when you're helping other people elevate their health. So, you're looking for people who want to live on purpose and have that purpose inside of them to help other people be certified holistic health coaches. You're looking for people who love freedom. That's one of the top things I'm looking for, is people who are obsessed with freedom. Super easy to find those people. People who love people, who love relationships. So maybe that's a hot button that you want to have in your avatar. People who are obsessed with progress, who want to always be moving forward in life. People who are obsessed with mastery. They just want to get better themselves so they can help other people get better. People who love recognition might be one of the things that you're looking for in a person. People who want more money. My avatar wants more money. And number 8, they want to contribute. They're big on contributing to people and, want that feeling of fulfillment in their life from contributing. So these are all the different hot buttons that your avatar may or may not have. So you got to decide which one of these is super important to you. First of all, what we did on Thursday was have you decide what are the top 3 for you. So again, birds of a feather flock together. So if you have your 3 that you love the most on this are the 3 that are going to accidentally show up in the people that you're bringing into your business, that you're meeting on a daily basis. Because of that vibrational level that the 2 of you are on, those 3 things really resonate. And that's how people connect, is when they have these hot buttons that are identical. So find out what your hot buttons are. Maybe you want to change them. Maybe you want to add to them, but work on it yourself first and then put it out to the universe that these are the hot buttons that my avatar, my perfect builder has. Now, Deb does go into this lesson about knowing who your best builder is, your best captain on your team, your best coach on your team. What do they look like and sound like and do, and what qualities do they have? But also your ideal client. So what is so these are people who are not interested in becoming a health coach or doing the business side of longevity, but do want to use our products, which is 80% of the population just wants to be using our products, not promoting them at all. So you want to be very specific on who this 80% is. My big thing, what I'm looking for in clients is people who work out. I just feel that if I search and look for people who are working out, they're already health-minded. And if they're health-minded, well, first of all, if they're working out, we all know that they're really nutrient deficient, because people who work out have the most nutrient deficiencies. So I like to target in my clients, people who work out. I specifically look for posts on Facebook of someone working out. Because as soon as they do that, I know they're health minded, but they're nutrient deficient. So, but they're healthy, you know, that you can see that they're out. Oh, I just finished my 5-mile run. Oh, that's the person I want. Super healthy, great shape, but inside, you know, again, when I do a health evaluation on someone like that, their score always comes back 31, you know, crazy low score, because they look healthy, but on the inside, they got all kinds of problems. So that's just my number one thing for a client, but you pick who you want. Now, again, I would get very specific on this. You know, if you just throw a general net out there, hey, if you like BTT here, you know, here's an ad for it and you should buy it from me. And that's not going to get anybody. But if you're, you know, let's say your avatar is 60 years old, she's a female and she loves her grandchildren. So if you make a post about that, you know, hey, I'm looking for women in their 60s who are into health and wellness and love their grandchildren. You know, now a woman who reads that, who is in her 60s and into health and wellness and loves her grandchildren, is going to reply to that message in a second because it resonated with her. You got specific with on that post that you're looking, hey, I'm looking for anybody who's, you know, a female, you know, in her 60s who is in health and wellness and loves her grandchildren. You know, and how many grandmothers hate their grandchildren? Not many. So grandparents are in their 50s too, Becca. That's absolutely true. But I was just referring to a specific example here in the class. All right. So we're creating raving fans. We are getting to know their characteristics. Another thing you need to know about them is what kind of problems are these people facing? So your avatar, both business avatar and client avatar, is having problems in their life. What are those problems? You're like, well, I don't know, Paul. I haven't talked to them yet. That's not the answer. You have to know what their problems are before you talk to them, because you know your avatar and you know who you're going after. Again, this is all about who are we putting into the funnel? Who are we attracting into our business? And this works, folks. I mean, I'm telling you, once you get clear on this, these people show up out of the woodwork. And you're just like, man, how did all these people contacting me now? Because you put it out there. So we're going to scroll down to defining your avatar. In the notes, and we'll go over this here. So first of all, you got to know your vision. So is your vision like, I'm just here to you know, run a part-time business and help people get healthy and make some extra money? Like if that's your vision, to have this side business where you're making an extra $2,000 a month, fantastic. Like that's awesome. If you have a bigger vision, so my vision is to help 1 million people elevate their health. So I want 1 million people, either directly or indirectly, to be affected by me personally. So when you have a vision that big, I can't enroll 1 million people myself. I'm good, I'm just not that good. So I have to be on a very specific mission in life. So my vision is to help 1 million people elevate their health. And obviously by starting the Institute of Holistic Health, I'm well on my way to doing that. But my personal mission in life, and I just posted this on Facebook today, so you can pull it off there and see the John Maxwell picture, which I stole from John Maxwell, my mission in life is to add value to leaders who multiply value to others. So I'm adding value to leaders, which is all of you, and you are going to your tribe and adding that same value to those people. That make sense? So it's the whole pay it forward thing. So if you focus on adding value to your leaders, the ones on your team, they're going to go out to their team that they build and multiply that. So you're not just helping 9 people, it's 9 times 9. And then times 9 times 9. Just keeps on going. So it's that multiplication factor that's the key here. Okay, so now that I know what my vision is and what my mission is, that has to come first. Now I can go and say, okay, here is the person that I'm going after. So if you're in my notes, get this really cool picture that Becca made for me of the lion, because I'm Mr. Lion mode here. And these are the things I'm looking for in a person. Now, I will admit that I did not accidentally think of these things. I took them out of the book, The 21 Qualities of a Leader by John Maxwell. If you don't have that book, I highly recommend getting it. There are 21 things you're looking for in a person. They have to have all 21 things. And if they do, they're a leader. And I just said that my mission in life is to add value to leaders. Well, leaders have very specific qualities to them. 21 of them to be exact. So get the book, The 21 Laws of Leadership, or I'm sorry, not The 21 Laws of Leadership. Get that book too, 21 Qualities of a Leader. It's a little book. You can read it in a couple hours, an hour. But it's something I look back and look to every day. I mean, it's a book that's near and dear to my heart. So get that book, and then might help you pick out some of the qualities that you want to have on your avatar. So you can make this in Canva. That'd be awesome if you're using Canva, or we just want to know on paper, at least you could take a screenshot, a picture, whatever of this, because we want to see what your avatar is and that you're doing this. So we're asking everyone to make something like this and post it into the HCCC community so that we can see your avatar and exactly who you're going after. So who am I going after? I'm going after people who love the health and wellness industry. Okay, so again, people who are working out, maybe they're getting massages, they're taking hikes, they're doing things that would indicate to me that they're health and wellness type of people. They're not satisfied with where they are in life. So I'm not saying that they're depressed people or anything like that. It's just, hey, Paul, I'm 50 and I thought I was going to be further along in life than I am. I'm just not happy with where I'm at. They're happy with their life. They're grateful. They're just not happy with where they're at in life per se. As far as progress goes, again, they thought they would be further along on the progress scale by this age than they are. So that's the person I'm looking for. I'm looking for them to say those exact words to me. They want more out of life. So it's not just to not be happy with how much progress you've made in life, but I want more. I found that people who make, again, 100, 200, 300,000 a year, they all want more. They want, how do I make 600,000 this year? So it's important that they are hungry, better yet, starving. They're obsessed with making themselves and their life better. So I'm Mr. Elevate. I'm looking for people who want to elevate. If you're not interested in getting better, you like where you're at right now, you're not my people. I'm looking for people who are really into getting better in every aspect in their life. They have a vision for an extraordinary life, like they can see themselves living this awesome life. I just, every time I go to the airport and I get on an airplane, I'm like, this doesn't feel right to me. I'm supposed to be getting on my own private jet right now. So, I have a very strong vision of this extraordinary life that I want to live. And you want to find other people who are upset with flying commercial and looking to fly private. So whatever it is, so I'm just one example there, but they're obsessed with wanting more to life. Give me more vacations, more free time, being able to do more for the community, whatever it is. They're obsessed with making themselves better. They have a vision for living a shorter life. They have integrity. That's a big one. Integrity is super important. They are teachable. We talk about people being coachable, how important that is. They're 100% committed. On a scale from 1 to 10, how much are you into this? Are you all in, or are you just kind of in, or where are you at? So now, again, these things here, when I'm reading them to you, I have to do a self-check and say, hey, Paul, do you have this in you first? If If I'm not teachable, which I am, and if I'm not 100% committed, how in the world am I going to attract people who are 100% committed? You know, I'm only like 40% committed, but I'm looking for people who are 100% committed. It doesn't work that way. Okay. You know, this isn't about finding people who make up your weaknesses. You know, that's not how this works. You have to be that person first, and then those people will want to be with you. Okay. You got to be healthy, because if you're super sick, it's very difficult to be a health coach. I am not going to hire a health coach who's sick all the time. Make sense? You got to be that person first, and then people will be like, oh, I want to be healthy like Paul. Paul's never sick. So I got to be healthy in order to promote healthy and attract people who want to be healthy. They're focused. They're a great communicator. They just love communicating to people. They have lots of charisma. Okay, again, you got to have these things yourself in order to put them down. But I'm looking for people who have a lot of charisma. That's why I have Cheryl and a whole bunch of other great people on this call who are on my team, because they are dynamic, awesome people. They have initiative. It isn't me being like, hey, maybe we should get to work today, do some things. No, these people are already up, you know, before I am, hitting it hard and making things happen. So they got a lot of initiative. They're a great listener and learner. They have a lot of passion for life. They just love life in general. They're very generous people. Again, I'm taking this from the 21 qualities in a leader. We find that the best leaders are the most generous leaders. They always want to give, which is my big word. My 3 words are gratitude, growth, and giving. That's who I am. I'm grateful, I am growing, and I am giving. Those are the 3 things that I'm obsessed with all day, every day. So giving. Let's see, we have an extremely positive attitude. I want a lot of negative people on your team. So I maybe suggest putting that one. I'm not saying copy mine, but you may want to put that one on yours, because you don't want to attract a lot of people who are not positive. They love building relationships. They love people. They're very responsible. They're trustworthy. They have an extreme amount of self-discipline. You know, to run a home-based business sounds like an awesome idea. Like, yeah, I want to do that. However, it's kind of like buying that treadmill. You know, the average treadmill that people buy, like I think of 80% of all treadmills out there turn into be expensive clothes racks. You know, people start hanging their clothes on the handle because they never use it. It just collects dust. Now, their intention was good by buying one. They just never used it. Sounds like a great idea, but most people don't do it. So I really love the fact and honor the fact that I was a Marine, and I was in a situation in my life where I had to learn extreme discipline, because now that I'm at home with a million things going on, I can stay focused, you know, and that's the key. You know, you can find moms that work at home, that want to work at home, but they got kids running around and they're not focused. They're not disciplined. They don't know how to set boundaries, and they're just not successful in this business because they haven't created those specific time blocks in their life. And maybe they have, but they're not disciplined enough to stick to them. They have a servanthood mentality towards their team. You look at Jesus, he was always serving the 12 disciples. So the first thing I say when I get a new business builder, and I say this very intentionally to every single person that I work with, is, hey, welcome to the team. I'm so excited that you decided to join. I just want you to know I work for you. Okay. So I'm here, whatever you need, I'm here for you. So just count me in, I'm here. So they know from the get-go that they have support all the time. They're secure in their own skin, therefore they're able to elevate others. So if you're not secure in your own skin and you're always worried about other people being better than you or something, you're never going to be successful. So takes somebody who's okay in their own skin, and I'm very good at my own skin. My goal is for my whole team to be way better than I am. If I'm as good as this world gets, this world is in big trouble. There has to be people better than me, and so I can push people. I can get them momentum. They can become as good as I am, and then become better than I am, and then I look incredible because I've surrounded myself with incredible people. So that is the whole key to the game here. They love to have a ton of fun. I love to have a ton of fun. I'm a fun kind of guy. I like to party, like to have, great things going on, go to the beach, go on vacation. So I'm looking for people on my team like to do the same thing. I think the TAC trips are amazing. We're going to be picking that up and doing some things here in the Institute that, we're looking for people who want to travel, have fun, go to the beach, and just have a great life. So that's super important for me to look for people like that. They work hard and they play hard, so it goes back to the having fun thing. And they live in this thing called lion mode, which is my whole picture there, my whole being. Nothing happens in sheep mode, where you're just a follower. I'm looking for people in lion mode who run things. Either life is going to run you, or you're going to run life. So I'm looking for those people that say, I'm running life. I'm in control here. I'm running things. I'm calling the shots. Those are people who live in lion mode, and they are relentless. They're in relentless pursuit of their goals. So, I've been thinking about this whole mindset thing we talk a lot about mindset, and the mindset aspect of things is geared towards your outer view on things. So your identity is your view on who you are inside. Your mindset is how you view the world and everything out there. One of the things that's out there is your goals. So there's a battle. I think the biggest battle in life is the battle between you versus your goals. So, I have this visualization exercise I made up myself that is just worked for me. It's where I think a lot of people they set a goal to, I'm going to lose 40 pounds. Now, they look at themselves as on a scale from 1 to 10 being like maybe a 4 in the area of weight. So they've struggled with their weight their whole life. They're not very good on the weight thing. But the vision they've set, the goal that they've set is to lose 40 pounds and to weigh this amount and look amazing. So you got this big goal and you're over here. So the goal is almost crushing you. I found a lot of people don't even set goals because they just hate the feeling of that goal basically dominating them. Kick their butt. Like, I don't want to feel bad. This goal is too big. It's too big of a mountain for me. So that goal is, in a way, crushing them. But in lion mode, that's not how things work. Doesn't matter how big the goal is. I'm bigger. I can do this. I'm lion mode. And I'm going to go crush that goal. And I literally visualize my goals. It's going to sound kind of crazy, but they're like shaking. They're worried. Oh, no. I can't believe Paul's back. Nothing wants to stand in the way of somebody that's relentless. Nothing. No goal, no person, no nothing. They do not want to stand in the way of something that is 100% relentless and going after it. So yeah, that tree standing there, we're talking about the power 5. We talk about the axe. We talk about hitting that tree every day. That tree is afraid of me because I'm showing up every day with that axe and I'm hitting it. Is that tree bigger than me? Yeah. Is that tree's thinking, Paul, you're a joke. You ain't knocking me down. You're nothing. But I go into lion mode with my axe and I'm hitting that thing every single day. And I'm like, you will fall. And I attack. And what happens is the tree falls. I achieve my goals. So think of your goals as that tree that I'm going to go grab that axe and I'm going to swing at that thing all day long. Yeah, consistency. Exactly, Becca. So I'm going to consistently go at that thing every single day, hit it. And eventually I'm going to dominate it. But there's a relentless pursuit in that I am not giving up. And that's the person you want on your team. You don't want the person on your team that's like, Paul, I just got this bottle of selenium, and it says that there's supposed to be 90 capsules in it, but I only counted 89. Like where's the integrity in this company? Like, I'm out. Okay. So if that's what causes one of your people on your team to leave, to get off the bus, like, we don't want them. First of all, we always put 90 in them. Bad example. But I'm just saying, it can't be something petty. I mean, I have huge problems happen all day. It doesn't matter to me because I'm relentlessly going after my goals. So you want that same person in your life who just won't stop. Just keeps going. So those are very specific things of the person that I want. Becca, being a female, has a little bit different approach on not necessarily looking for Marines that knock down trees, but maybe has a little softer view on things. So I put Becca's business building avatar in the notes here, and you can see it. A lot of those things identical to mine. Other things she molded in for herself. Okay, so you want to read this and feel good about it. First of all, you got to read this and say, that's me. And yes, that's the person I want on my team. It just has to feel good when you read it, resonate with you. If mine doesn't resonate with you, don't copy it. Got to feel good. It's not just about, oh, I want someone who's focused. If that wording doesn't resonate with you, don't put it on there. So we want you to do your own and to really put some time and effort into this, and know that, so on this thing, I didn't put the age or the sex on it, but I do have that written out of who I'm looking for. So it's important to have that. These e-cards here, or I'm sorry, these Canva cards are geared towards the qualities that your avatar has, not necessarily their demographics. So with all that being said, if someone has any questions about what I've said today, comments, maybe some qualities that you're looking for, we'd love to hear from you that you're looking for in your avatar. Caroline.
Hi.
Hello.
How's it going?
Outstanding. How are you doing?
Outstanding as well. I have a list.
Love lists.
I have a list. Let's see. But some you already listed, but that's okay. So they have a positive attitude. They are wise, loving, happy. They love personal growth. They love investing into others. They are athletic and strong. They love motion, ambitious, energetic, hardworking, dedicated to the mission. They're self-starter and driven. They have a strong belief system, mentally stable. They are, they have a desire to be, or to have distinctive excellence. They're ready to be led. They live a life of influence and abundance. They're convicted to what they believe. They're ready to change lives exponentially. They are empire builders and legacy leavers. They know what they want, they don't have it, and they have a purpose for it, among other things. But that's my short list.
That is a fantastic list. And this is a list that, as you go through building your business and meeting people and doing things, you add things to your list you didn't think of initially. That's okay. This is fluctuating. You can add and subtract anytime you want from this list here. I love the mental stability comment. I think I'm getting the feeling that maybe you had a person or two on your team that was not mentally stable and felt that, you know what, let me go check my avatar page, and lo and behold, it wasn't on there. Not that it should be something we have to mention, but
It's a minor detail every now and again.
Listen, it's a minor detail that makes a big difference in your team. So you can't. It's hard to run a great team with a bunch of mentally unstable people on the team. It's something I've learned over the past 25 years.
Yeah.
That was awesome, Caroline. Thank you so much for sharing that. And hopefully some people got some ideas from the list that she put. And if you could, Caroline, please send me that so that I can put all those on there here too for people to have and to read and to give them more ideas as they're building theirs up. Because a lot of those were different than mine, and all outstanding. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, let's go to Stephanie.
Okay, there. I think I'm unmuted.
Yes.
Muted. So yeah, those were great, Caroline. I'm with Paul. I love the mentally unstable ones. No, you want mentally stable, please.
Yeah.
But leads to my question. As we have not always started in a stable environment and we're learning, and we magnetize from our bad that we've grown out of, what is your suggestion to work with that? I mean, you don't want to tell people, oh my Lord, you are so mentally unstable. I do not want to deal with you. So find somebody else. I mean, what do we do with that? I know I've grown. I'm glad to have grown. I'm glad to learn to grow more, but I probably have magnetized people with qualities I'm not so crazy about and I really don't want to deal with. But you can't just leave people out there fluffing around. I mean, what do you do?
Who said that?
That you can't just leave people out there?
Yeah.
I guess that would just be me going, oh my gosh, I can't just leave them out there. I got to help them too.
Do you have an iPhone?
I have a, no.
I mean, I'm sure it's on other phones too, but there's a super great feature in my iPhone.
Yeah.
That everyone has. And it's on a contact, you can go with this, if you scroll to the very, very bottom of each contact, it has this button that says, do not allow through or do not allow to contact. So I keep pushing that button when I talk to people that I never want to talk to again. I think I have like 180 people on that list now of people who literally call my phone or try to text my phone and it just does nothing. They like think my phone got disconnected or something happened. It doesn't say Paul doesn't want to talk to you anymore. It just nothing happens. So, I've blocked on Facebook. On Facebook, there's people that I literally have gone in and there's a feature on there. It's called block. You can block and block people. I don't want any of those people in my life. I'm creating my future. I'm creating my present. And I'm very, very, very particular on who I associate with. So.
Okay, so I have a perfect example. I did a health evaluation with a gal today that I have visited with before as I'm learning. And she would not be one of my avatars. But of course I want to do the health evaluation with her. Of course I want to help her, but she wouldn't be one of my avatars.
Okay,
and I don't want to be judgmental.
Though? What's the quality that she's lacking?
She's immature. My avatar has gone more toward moms with mom issues. She's not a mom. And that's not counting out animals. I count animals, but she's has mental issues. So I mean, you can't just leave them out there.
We're talking about a client, though, right? So a client avatar, again, is different than a business avatar. And a client avatar has to be someone who's committed. That's what I'm looking for. Someone who's into health and wellness, who wants to get better. If this person has those qualities, then absolutely, I'm going to be working with them as a client, not as a coach or a captain on my team, but as a client, and help them along. So, but if you're not willing to be committed to this, like I'm working with you, and you're only taking the supplements 3 days a week, or, you're like, Paul, I need to put my auto ship on hold. I got like 2 months of stuff already here. Like that person's not committed. So why should I be committed to calling them back and checking in on them? I'm looking for committed people that really, really want this, because there's millions of people who want this really, really bad and want my help. So I don't have time for people who don't really want it as bad as they need to want it to fix their health problem. So it's just, you got to watch the qualities you set for your client avatar. They got to be committed. That's the number one quality you want. And they got to want to make their, I ask them, are you okay with your health score? It's 31. Are you okay with that? So they have to not be okay with that. They're not okay with where they're at. Then I ask them another question. Are you ready to do something about it? Which indicates to me, when they say yes, that they want to move forward. They want to elevate their health.
So I would say doing our avatar list, like y'all have done, is huge in defining that line to cross.
Yeah,
And
especially for a business
moving
owner.
forward, and not only that, but not feeling guilty if you say, like you said, hey, you don't want to commit. Hey, I love you. Message me when you say hi sometime, but you're on your own.
Yeah.
I have other people go to help.
Yeah, they got to be committed in order for you to be committed. So it's a
Yes.
two-way street here.
Yes. that is
Okay,
true.
awesome. Great job. Let's go over to Becca.
Okay, sorry, I gotta learn how to do these controls here. So I just wanted to point out some of the comments that were made. And Susan and Steve know who to listen to and are teachable and want to help others grow and become healthier and happier. And they love the block feature. And I have to say, I have learned how to use it. It was hard. It was hard because I don't want to, but there's times where you have to create boundaries for your own mental stability.
Well, you have to decide what your value is, that
Yeah.
I'm here, this is my value, this is my standards. And that if people don't meet those standards, then you're not working with them.
Right, absolutely. Absolutely. And then Tara made a comment, I believe nutrition plays a big role in mental illness. So, and I agree with that, but they have to be willing and verbally say they are willing to make changes and follow direction. If they're not willing to make changes and they're going to argue with everything or question everything you say, they are not your people. They are not the clients that you want to work with. And from experience, trust me on this, folks. You want people that are teachable and are willing.
Absolutely. 100%. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Was there any other comments or questions that we missed during the thing?
And those are the key ones.
Okay, cool. Very cool. Thank you for that. Let's go over to Debbie.
Well, there we go. I'm unmuted. Hi, everybody. I created my avatar boards a while ago, and I've been updating it ever since. But I created them as individuals with names, so it makes it really a visual
Yeah.
thing. that
Oh, yeah. You should name your avatar for sure.
Yeah. So I can really imagine the person and things like that. And they.
What's her name?
Once, well, I should have called her Serene, but I called her Sienna. Another one was called Joy.
Okay.
And another one's called Flow.
Very cool.
Maybe I'll change the first one to Serene. But anyways, but one was customer, one was raving, one was business builder, one was raving fan. And but I also like this idea because what I'm going to do is put it in front of each one. So and then modify some of the descriptions a little bit because it does have the demographics and their hot buttons and the whole 9 yards. And it's a picture of an individual in the background. So that's the way I created mine. But this is nice too because it just lets you give you more intentions that these are the people that you really want to be committed, to do what and follow through. especially the business builder, you know?
Yeah.
So,
Very, very well said. So, so I want to come on here, and my big mission again was to add value to leaders who multiply value to others. So, when you add, the word value can be kind of confusing. Like, you add value to leaders, like, what does that mean? So the big value that I hope I bring to all of you, I mean, there's a lot of things on the list, but right at the top, probably number one, is clarity. So clarity is probably the most valuable thing you can have in life. So when you gain this clarity of exactly who you're looking for, it does so much for your business. So the value I want you to get out of today's class is clarity. I need to get clear on who I am looking for, both
And
on the
you
business side and client side.
and you do give golden nuggets, so I love that.
Thank you, Debbie. I appreciate that. Thank you. So let's go over to Jacqueline.
All right, okay. I just wanted to show you my business builder avatars. They're cheetahs, very swift,
Wow.
very quick. I got about 6 of them here.
Becca, why don't I have that? I just have this Canva thing here. I don't have
Okay,
a
can you
pulled out
see it? There we go. We're just
cheetahs
in
on
here.
it and stuff.
Yeah, they know what they want. They believe in me and they believe in themselves. They said they got this, let's do this attitude, They want to, we got this, they believe, they're positive thinkers, and they have their own, they want financial freedom. Somebody's concerned about the planet, and they're concerned about their future. So that's sort of my little vision board for my
Wow,
business.
like that's the best thing I've ever seen in my whole life. Now, I have to ask you about the butterfly, because I'm very passionate about butterflies. Why would you put a butterfly on your thing?
Butterflies are my passion as well. So we're all growing. We're like in a cocoon, but when we come out, we're going to be beautiful little butterflies and bees and what have you. And I like this. I got this in a mail. It says, always, it might always seem impossible until it's done. So I use that. It's even something that I have done. So,
well, I love that. You got all kinds of insects and animals on that.
yeah.
So.
My tribe.
I need to up my game for sure on that. So little known fact about me, that I was in high school and I wrote a story. I had to write a thing for a class. And the topic was butterflies. So I talked about how they start off as this caterpillar and then go through their whole life and they're going, then they go through this transformation, they jump off, they get in this cocoon and they become this amazing, beautiful butterfly, flies around. And so it's crazy. Like, to think that a caterpillar goes and becomes a butterfly. Like, how could that even happen? But all of us have that inside of us. So that butterfly was always inside of it. So this whole thing about unleashing the power within, you have all of this inside of you already. But you just got to understand that and know that it can come out. And that's what I love doing in life more than anything else, is seeing the caterpillar. And this is a metaphor. But turning it into a butterfly, not turning it into a butterfly, helping that caterpillar along the transformational process of turning into a butterfly, which I know is already inside of them. So if you can be that person in people's lives, because there's a lot of caterpillars out there that can help them through that process of turning into a butterfly, you're going to be extremely successful in life and fulfilled. So I love the butterfly. I'm putting a butterfly on mine too. Excellent job. All right, everybody, we're out of time. Hope this was valuable. Hope you gained some clarity out of this. Let's unmute the lines and have everyone say goodbye.
Thanks, Paul. Fantastic.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. We'll see you on
I need your
Thursday.
email, Paul.
Thank you. That was very helpful today. At least for me. Thanks
I love
so
the
much.
participation.
Great
Thank
job.
you very
Bye,
much.
everyone. Have an awesome day.
Email, Paul.
Great stuff. Thank you.